Let me calling you a radical. The special relationship on Balco, on chemo. That fucking evil, creepy, war criminal piece of shit. Tony Blair, Trump calls him a good man. Remember when Trump used to just go after the Iraq and Afghanistan dynamic and just slam the Bush, Cheney, Blair fucking liars, the war criminals? I mean, you ever seen a compromised BB puppy like Trump? I've never seen a guy speak with forefinger. Never in my life have I seen a guy do it about face like this guy. They got so many goods on him. I never seen such a BB puppy. Good puppy. Good boy. I mean, it's pitiful. Fucking Blair? Tony, how is he not in prison? Somebody should waterboard the fucker. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's a good man. What the fuck? What the fuck? Pop, pop, oppy drop, they never stop. So here's the New York loser scumbag, the most disgusting brag propaganda fucking media in the world history. The New York Scumbag Times, who pounded war drums harder than anybody on the planet, who covered up Fukushima harder on the planet. Got an article out today. Still will not use the F word, Fukushima. Still will not say nuclear energy meltdowns. The Japan nuclear disaster. Talking about, I mean, this talk about gaslighting, talk about freaking false equivalency on chemo on Balco. The cancer, still people still fighting the oh fuck, pitiful. There's more cancer from the Fukushima disaster in North America than there is Japan. Breaking news, jet stream moves left to right. It was on that fucking east coast of Japan. We got hammered. We're the downwinders. It's safer to live in Tokyo than New York City. So, I mean, it's so pitiful. So, everybody's all going crazy about the big Z, the big Z, the big Z. The big Z's out of power again for the 10th fucking upteeth. I broke the record. Here, number one, let's talk about this. The big Z is in cold shutdown. Big Z's, all 6 reactors have been in cold shutdown. Big deal. Oh, yeah. So, does that mean they don't need water? Not nearly as much. They still need backup. Now, this is the thing that the nuclear energy cult and all you pro-nuclear fools don't even talk about. Of course you don't talk about external sources that every nuclear reactor has. You realize how much energy they suck up? You know how much energy that reactor has sucked up? Where do they get their backup? Well, all backup generators, coal plants, freaking any kind of energy you could possibly get your hands on, any kind of energy you could think of. Many of these reactors use more energy to keep open than they do produce energy, electricity. Spent fuel pools. So they're in cold shutdown, but what that means is they still have to have backup cooling system, water. They use water. Why do you think every single nuclear reactor is built next to a giant body of water? Well, number one, all they are is water boilers. Now, remember when Putin blew the dam? That's what they use for cooling there. He blew the dam. One of the biggest dams in the world on one of the biggest rivers in the world. Same river that Chernobyl uses cooling. He blew it. The cooling pools, the massive, giant cooling pools that are there, and they're massive, are different than the cooling pools here in the United States of user. The on-site, yeah. So the cooling pools here in the United States were none of these reactors were ever built for it, ever. So they're swimming pools like this, stacked on top of each other, on top of each other, on top of each other. So they're stacked on top of each other, on top of each other, on top of each other, on top of each other. Cooling pools. Over there, they don't even use concrete. They're clay, they're dirt. And the spent fuel goes in there. And the spent fuel goes into the cooling pools there. And they use the river from the dam, the water from the dam. They blew the dam. So is there a chance of a major oh, fuck yeah, there's a fucking chance. So they're in cold shutdown. Now, they have dry cask containers there on site, like most other reactors do. Oh, they're not going to stop. This must be something else. So, the spent fuels continue to, they're still hot. They've been for hundreds of years. They have to have water to cool them. So, Tony Blair. So it's George W. Bush, Back to the Future on chemo on Balco. I mean, Tony fucking Blair. Oh my! Remember when Obama got spotted going into this fucking house on Downing Street recently? You think who runs the country? They don't illuminate. Oh, they radiate. I mean, it's unbelievable. So, the Big Z, is it dangerous? Yeah, but not nearly as dangerous as Diablo Canyon in California. Big Z's in cold shutdown. One of the biggest reactors on the face of the planet? Oh, yeah. Big time. So I better call this back. You know, you can't tell spam from a real call because they use spam now. They've gotten smart. They use, you know, fake numbers now so they can get to you. You like my new chain? I'm working on it. Don't want to lose my hit tide pull jumping Bob Beam and Blanch. So, is it dangerous? Of course it's dangerous. But they're all dangerous. Diablo Canyon is way more dangerous. TikTok. On the Ring of Fire. Huh. By the way, when the hole blew through the cover on Chernobyl, much worse than they told you. Of course. Because that's all the nuclear energy cult does. Knowing all the media is a lie. You could tell they're lying when they put anything in print. Fukushima should have been the end. Should have been the end. Tony fucking Blair. Trump says he's a good man. You ever seen a compromised puppy like Donald J. Trump? Is the dude pitiful or what? I never seen such a coward. I never seen such a coward. He completely about face. Remember when he just ripped those guys? The Bush, Cheney, Tony Blair dynamic just ripped him. Now he's a good man. Well, because his owner, BB, told him to. The United States of BBism. It's pitiful. Pop, pop, oh, up he dropped. They never stopped. The Middle East division. So, I want to put up a video on the Big Z. Yeah, it's dangerous. You know, they got they're running out of diesel. Well, the diesel backup generators pumping the water to keep them cool. But the ones here in the United States, especially Diablo Canyon, much more dangerous. TikTok, Diablo, stored on site. Stay tuned.